Hi guys, it's nearly Christmas and I'm so excited. I love Christmas so much, but if we're honest, Christmas is one of those times of the year where humans are particularly wasteful. So we use more electricity because of all the Christmas lights, which I absolutely adore, so it's really frustrating that obviously uses more power. We tend to overeat, or we buy so much food that we can't actually physically eat it all, so we waste tons of food every year which isn't eaten, which is just a waste on resources, and that food should be given away to someone who does need it. But we also waste on a bit of a smaller scale as well. Wrapping paper that we generally use is not recyclable. A lot of gifts are made of plastic or come in plastic bags. Various ribbons aren't recyclable either, so we could do with making a few little adjustments to lower the impact this awesome holiday has on the environment. So today I'm going to give you guys my 5 tips on how to wrap your Christmas presents in a slightly more eco-friendly and mindful manner. So without messing around, tip number 1, reuse. I don't mean reuse everything, but there are certain things which can have more than one use, such as old Christmas and birthday cards. Now, some cards I keep and I frame them and they become a decorative thing, or from certain people I keep them in a box so I can look back at them whenever I want to. But other cards, especially Christmas ones, which are the generic ones that you get from a shop, neither of these are generic, by the way. These are absolutely gorgeous and I haven't quite decided how to use them yet. But you get the idea. With Christmas cards, I like to cut out the bits that I like, and instead of putting sticky labels or buying labels every year, I use last year's cards as the labels. Another way to do this is just to boycott the card entirely and just write it on the paper. I can generally get more than one card out of each card that I get. So these 2 here are from the exact same birthday card, but I chop them up so individually they can be different labels for birthday presents to come. A few other things that you can reuse are things like this. So when you get a Christmas present which is wrapped in particularly thick paper, then I like to unwrap it more carefully, and this I can reuse multiple times, because if I give it to a friend and I use the eco tape which doesn't rip as it comes off, then they can return this to me and I can use it again, or they can use it on presents for other people themselves. Another way is things like this. So this came in a Plastic Freedom order. It is just paper, but you can't see through it. So why can't I use that as wrapping paper? It is paper, it will just biodegrade, free wrapping paper. And finally, for the finishing touches, is ribbon. So instead of chucking the ribbon away when you get it on a present, try saving it and using it on presents the next year. If we make a cycle of this, and you as a group of friends or your family reuse all the things that you wrap everything in for each other every year, then you'll find you'll never have to buy it again, because you'll just reuse it and the cycle will continue round your family until it becomes so tattered and worn that it breaks apart. Number 2, use brown paper. Brown paper that you can get at any post office is recyclable. It's just paper. So this can be burned, this can be put in your recycle bin, and it can be reused by people and put into paper again for next year. Unlike Christmas paper, which cannot. You can also get this from places like Waterstones and places like that, where you can get ones with decoration and patterns on them. They are more expensive than the normal Christmas wrapping, but ultimately, if the choice is a few pennies over this planet being destroyed, I'll spend a few more pennies. But personally, I just use brown, and this stuff is not expensive, so make a change. It's so easy and simple to change to brown paper. Tip number 3, use boxes. So especially during COVID, you've probably been getting so many orders online. I know I definitely have been ordering online more than I would normally. And some of those boxes can be pretty. If they're not pretty, then you can wrap it in your brown paper and draw on it. Use your creative artistic skills. It doesn't matter how bad it looks, it comes from the heart, it means more. But if you can use boxes and just put the presents in there, then they can give them back to you, or they could use it again the next year. They could even turn it into something else. So for example, I turned a box that I got in the post into a box that I used to put my chargers and electronics in. I just put fabric inside and then wrapped it with string using super glue. Really simple, but now I have a lovely box which I can use for years to come, and it is just made of cardboard, which otherwise would have just been put into the recycle bin. Tip number 4. More shops now are using paper bags instead of the old plastic ones. And some shops are putting a lot of effort into making them look pretty. So you can use them for Christmas presents or birthday presents. It doesn't matter. This one is one of my favorite bags, which I got from Australia when I lived there. And it's from Innisfree, which is a Korean beauty shop. It has iconic pictures from Australia, which I really love. So for me, this would be nice to get a gift in, you know? It's a pretty bag, it's made of paper, it recycles also, and it can be reused until it breaks. All of these tips so far are either free or very, very cheap options, as they are things you would get when you make a purchase anyway. And the 5th idea I want to give you for making your Christmas more eco-friendly is to wrap your presents in fabric. So this is one that my friend Zeb gave me 2 Christmases ago. Now this is from Lush, which is a shop I'm sure we all know very well. And you can get them in this scarf size from there in various different patterns every year. Now this one I would only use for family or close friends so that they would return it to me, because obviously it holds a special memory of being a gift from a friend in Australia. But you can buy these from there and people can wear them. I hang this in my room as a decoration across my mirror. You can do all sorts with them, and it's not just fabric like this. This here is leftover fabric which I had from making a pillow about a year ago, and I can chop this into various sizes and then I just reuse the size. And again, by using eco tape, it doesn't shred when I wrap things with it. And it is just an average green fabric, which you can get from any fabric shop. You can buy it by length. I guess I accidentally actually gave 6 tips there, because I mentioned about using eco-friendly tape also. So 5 tips on how to wrap, with an extra bonus tip on what substance to use to stick them together. And that's all I've got for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have an amazing Christmas. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see it since I upload, click that little bell down below. If you have any other tips about how to wrap presents in a more eco-friendly manner, or even just tips on having a more eco-friendly Christmas, please comment down below and let me know. I would love to hear different ideas to try out, and I'm sure if anyone else watched this video, they might also like to hear of different ideas. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram or Tumblr. I post general bookish pictures as well as my unboxings and writing tips on there. You can also go to my website, the link is below this video. And thanks for watching guys, bye!